Okay guys, so if you remember last week's video, I was in Grand Marais and I found all these nodes right here. So I'm gonna be cutting them open today to see what they look like on the inside. A lot of them, not a lot of them, some of them do have windows and it looks like it might just be quartz, but it's gonna be cool to cut them open nonetheless. So let's get out there, let's get the tile saw set up and let's get to cutting. Alright guys, so I just finished cutting those nodes and I'm really happy with how some of them turned out. Some of them not so much though, but it's always fun to cut stuff open and see what it looks like on the inside. So I'm going to start off with the biggest node I cut, and that's this one here. It's kind of interesting. It's not agate, I don't think. I don't know what this stuff is, but it's all over Paradise Beach, Grand Marais. That's where I went. Yeah, it's just some kind of interesting rock. Not agate though. This next piece is virtually the same thing. Cut it like that, and I ended up with stuff going through there. It looks like it's maybe a little more quartzy in the middle this time, but again, not an agate. Still interesting. Next we had this one that I had high hopes for, but also thought might just be quartz on the inside, and I was right about it just being quartz on the inside. But there are some kind of nice bands running around the outside. They're kind of small, but it's kind of cool, and it's some really nice quartz, so not too upset with that one. It's kind of cool. All right, next we got this small one here, and it ended up being kind of cool on the inside. I'm pretty sure that is amethyst, and it's really dark, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a lot like the other one. I don't think there's any banding. There might be a little bit on the outside, but is that a bug? Yeah, there might be a little bit on the outside, but I'm not too sure. It kind of looks like there's a little bit, but yeah, that's a nice little piece there. Again, with this next piece, it is just a small little node, but it has amethyst on the inside, and this one has a geode. This was the piece that had the little, a window, I guess? It had a little window, so I knew it was going to be a geode, but it ended up being really pretty, and I'm not quite sure if there's banding on this either, but there might be. There is a little bit right there, it looks like. It's a really nice piece. All right, so the next piece we got, It's this one. A little bit broke off right there, but that's okay. It still ended up being really cool on the inside. There is slight banding, I guess. Not really, not many, but it's still a cool piece nonetheless. A lot of quartz in the stuff up there, so I'm not too mad about that. Still really nice to see that nice clean cut quartz. There's some really interesting stuff right there. I couldn't tell you what that is though. And it does look like there's a little bit of banding right there, but I'm not quite sure. I haven't really inspected these in detail, so yeah, I'm not quite sure about a lot of them. Okay, so next we got this piece here. This was another little node. I mean, they're all nodes, but this one I also had high hopes for, and it did end up being pretty on the inside. It's got some really unique banding, and I don't know if it's all just like common agate, but there is some nice bands up in there and running along in here, and it's kind of unique. I want to apologize for all the dang dog hair all over the place. Jeez, it's all over. Dog sheds so bad. But anyways, it is really pretty, and I really like this side right here. Okay, so next we got a little small guy, but just because he's small doesn't mean it's not pretty. In my opinion, this is one of the prettiest ones. I knew that there was going to be some banding in there because of right there, and it ended up being really pretty. Super milky on the inside, some nice colors and nice bands. I really like this piece too, even though it's pretty small. I'm going to have some pictures of the better halves of these, so that'll be at the end of the video. Okay, last but not least, we got this one right here. It has some banding right there, so I knew it was going to have something on the inside, but it did fracture right there when I cut it, which is a little bit of a bummer because this is the better half, but I guess that's okay. This one ended up being super pretty on the inside, though. I love this one so much. It's got like the plume or the moss agate. I don't know which one it is. I'm pretty sure that's like moss, but it has really pretty bands running along the outside, and it has that really nice, I don't know what it is, plume, and some nice quartz in the middle. This one was a really pleasant surprise. This was actually the first one I cut, so I think it was one of the first ones at least. It ended up being really pretty. I am a little bummed about the fracture, the break right there, and I'm assuming because this was there that it was just weak right there, so it ended up breaking. But it might have also been me being a little too rough with it. But nonetheless, so pretty. Those bands are beautiful. This is definitely the find of the trip, I think. I love this piece so much. This side is also pretty, but I like the other side more. So, yeah. That concludes the geode cuts from earlier. I hope you guys enjoy. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.